Hello, everybody. Welcome to SMOR Racing. I'm your host, Neil, along with my co-host, Kayla. And
Hello.
we're going to be doing some racing at Talladega tonight. So here's where our standings are before the race, where everybody qualified. Kevin Risden qualified first, Travis Hoare second, Sean Flynn third, Ronnie Martin Jr. Fourth, Devin Fontaine fifth, Adam Lancaster second. I qualified seventh. Spencer Chisnell eighth. Jake McCoy ninth. And Joe McDonald 10th. That'll round up your top 10. And we'll just get started with the racing here, I guess.
Stay behind the pace car in the inside lane.
We have
Green.
Kevin Risden on the outside there, or the inside with Travis Hoare, the two on the inside. You want to say some stuff, Kayla?
Lancaster to put us in the lucky dog position.
Oh no, I totally forgot to share my screen with you, didn't I? I am so sorry.
Yeah, it's her guy. It's alright.
There you go. I am so sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. It happens. We're in a nice, almost straight lane.
Anyway, it looks like that inside line is going to be the line that prevails here. They seem to be lining up pretty well on the inside there. The outside's not picking up any speed yet. What do you think, Kayla? Okay, give me 1 second. I need to change my volume because I can barely hear you. Alright, say something now.
Hello.
That's a lot better. So, what do you think, Kayla? Do you think the outside lane's going to form up anytime soon here?
Maybe not. It's hard to tell.
It's looking...
If they get more people on that outside line, then they should be able to pull it off.
Yeah. Also, for anybody watching right now, the deal with being able to see your messages through YouTube while I'm streaming, that was for my Streamlabs, and I'm not using that right now, so I will not be able to see any messages people send. Kayla, is there any way that you can turn your mic up a little bit?
Yes.
And my dad said that...
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. My dad said that he couldn't hear you all that well either.
Well, I'm constantly having to turn the mic volume up and down, up and down.
Anyway, it looks like that inside line's going to probably prevail here. It doesn't look like the outside's getting together.
Well.
Yeah. Although there is a few cars that's looking like they're coming up. That 4 car is looking a little racy there.
Yeah, it is.
The 11 car is your leader, Kevin Risden. Behind him is Sean Flynn in the 17. Then Adam Lancaster in the 5 car.
Callie, man, you gotta pick a lane, right?
The number 2 and I believe 7. It was that blue and yellow car that did bump into each other a bit in that turn.
You said the number 2 and the number 7?
I believe.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Seems like there's a pretty big wreck going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what happened there. Let's see, previous crash. Oh. It's just not wanting to show the crashes for some reason. There it goes. What number car was that?
Right now it was, I can't even tell. The camera's locked on number 11.
It's 18. 18 is that one. There we go. Now let's see if that works a little better. Oh, the 18, the 20. There's a lot of cars that got involved with that one.
Yeah, he couldn't stop in time to get out of the way.
I'm not even entirely sure that brought out a yellow. Did it? Are they slowing down?
I can't even tell if they
Sorry,
are.
3. I'm just trying to stay off the 17 there. 11's moving around a lot.
They look to still be going full speed, though.
So it looks like, yeah, they seem to be. No caution was brought out. It looks like. Oh nope, there's a pace car up there. So that did bring out a caution.
Face car's like, no, I'm gonna be up here before anyone else.
I totally forgot to change my broadcasting thing back from replay, but there we go. I'm thinking about getting how I have the big replay sticker in the replay thing. I'm thinking of having a big live sticker for the actual broadcast scene, this scene that we're on right now.
That'd actually look pretty good, I think.
I also need to set up hotkeys so that I can change scenes without having to open up OBS.
Okay, come up here to. There it is. Ah!
Who did that?
Me.
About Randy?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Did they all move in here with us?
Oh,
I guess so.
We're
Get out. Babe, get out.
we're streaming right now.
Travis, how bad is my rear end? I didn't mean to check up on you that hard, but I had to check up.
It's like crinkled, but barely.
Good boy, thank you.
What is going on? Okay, so looks like they're out now.
Okay.
Oops.
Let's see here. There's quite a few cars taken out there, but it looks like everybody's starting to line up again.
Looks like it's probably about middle back.
The lights may be coming off this time around.
Your screen, or it's saying that it's paused.
On Discord, it's showing that I'm paused.
Yeah.
Is it still paused?
Yes. Sorry about all the technical difficulties.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, 16, what are you mad about? I was turning my tire.
We'll turn that off. And we'll turn it back on if there's any wrecks. We can hear what the drivers are saying about the wrecks.
Yeah. But that was a pretty big crash, though.
It was. I think it took out about 7 or 8 different cars.
Yikes.
So we should be going back to green on lap 9. Looks like the cars are starting to line up again. The pace car's lights are off, so it should be ducking in this time.
Hopefully. Everyone's lining up pretty good.
Yep.
Maybe the outside will actually have a chance of beating the inside line.
It's a possibility if people decide to stay out on the outside line, and there's a possibility that they could catch up and make some work. That outside line is actually really good when you've got people working it. But everybody wants to go on that inside line. They duck down as soon as they can because they're scared of getting left out to dry. And it's a problem that compounds upon itself.
Oh boy. But I guess we'll see, though.
The Xfinity cars seem to have it a little bit easier staying too wide than the Cup cars do, though.
Yeah, I test drived on Talladega in the Xfinity car, and that stayed on the track very well for me.
Mm-hmm. Alright, the pace car's ducking down. The 11 of Kevin Risen is going to be bringing us to green.
You can see them all getting impatient for that green.
There he goes. He takes off. And see how you can already tell how some people are starting to go down and go into that gap, the gap that's left behind.
Yep.
But it looks like they're going to get into single file line with Kevin Risden still leading. Oh, it looks like what is that, the 5? I can't tell what number that is.
Yeah, 5 right behind them.
Who are the 2 cars? The 17 and the 10 on the outside row. Looks like they're going to be trying to do some work. Going to try to get that side draft with the 4 coming up behind them.
So that may help give them a boost a bit.
They seem to be pulling away a little bit from the group behind them. I don't know how long that'll last, though. With the fast track like Talladega, they're liable to catch up pretty quick, especially running single file.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like the 44 of me went to the top lane. I don't know. It just seems like it would be really weird to say the 44 of Hale whenever I'm the 44 of Hale, you know?
Yeah, that would.
But anyway, they're 2 wide, 4 deep. They're about even, the 2 lanes are, but they got people catching up to them, so it just depends on where these people stack up at as to which lane is going to be faster. The lane that has the more cars in it is going to be faster if they can keep going straight without checking up a lot.
Oh yeah. It's the brake check now. Get anyone. Oh,
It's not really brake checking. It looks like the 10 has decided to go high and let a few people by him. He doesn't want to be fighting right now, it looks like. But as I was saying, it's not really brake checking. It's your car gets sucked up to the back of another car. They're not braking. You're just not encountering any wind resistance, so you get sucked up to it faster. And so you have to let off the gas so you don't run into the back of them, which in turn causes the people behind you to have to let off the gas not to run into you. And it just creates a stack-up effect.
it's almost like traffic.
Pretty much.
Traffic jams.
It looks like that outside line's not going to be able to work very well. I don't know if they all get close together. If they all get close together, they might be able to do some work, but that inside line's pretty long, and it doesn't look like they're stacking up on each other either.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like a few more people coming to help the outside line, though. So they might have a hope here.
Hopefully.
Got Kevin Risden is still leading. The 5 right behind him. And the 3 behind him. And on the outside of the 3 you have the 17 of Sean Flynn. Oh, somebody's engine just blew.
That's not good.
He manages to make it down without wrecking anybody, though, but it broke everybody all up again. So they're going to have to reform those lines once more. But at least nobody got taken out.
Oh, yeah. And I believe that was the number 5.
The number 5?
Yes.
Yep, there he is. He's trying to make it to pit lane.
Poor guy. How is it that some engines are able to brake in the middle of the track?
It's because
it gets too hot.
Yeah, he had his tape too high, is what I'd reckon. I think, excuse me, I think he was running a qualifying setup during the race, and he was running too much tape, and the engine just got hot, and it overheated, and it blew.
Oh. So it didn't have the right setup.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks like that 10 is bailed out again. He wants to go to the back of the pack. He doesn't want to have any part of the fighting. It's still too early, he says.
Well, hopefully he gets it in there at some point.
Looks like that outside lane's starting to form up pretty good, though.
Oh, yeah.
That 17 is trying to get down real close to the other cars on the inside line and side draft them. And he's also trying to retain as much speed as he can on exit.
Yep.
It's the 44. Huh?
There's one car that's left behind that I see.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few cars that get left behind. All those cars that wrecked earlier, some of them didn't leave the game. They just kept racing with wrecked cars, so they're going to be a lot slower. Excuse me.
You're excused.
It looks like that outside lane is starting to form up. Pick up some speed there. Everybody's staying pretty straight. They're not wiggling around too much besides that 10 car, which I know what his problem is. He's running a little bit hot himself, and he keeps having to bail out to cool his engine down in that open air.
Is he running a qualifying setup, possibly?
No, he's not. If he was running a qualifying setup, it would have blown already. He just has a little bit too much tape on his race setup. See, in this race, I was running 50% tape. I believe it was 50. No, actually, no. I think this is a fixed race. This isn't an open setup race. So both of those guys whose engine blew was because they had damage, or because they were running right up behind people without getting any air whatsoever. I wasn't having any overheating problems the race, and my tape was set exactly the same as everybody else's.
Looks like someone was pitting.
Looks like that second line broke down once again.
Yep.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now.
Ooh, the 4 comes up in front of the 44. Trying to get a boost from that push by the 44. 44 looks a little loose there. And the 4 gets back in front of the 17. These two are just hop-frogging each other.
Turns back in the second line.
Looks like the second lane is starting to form up again. Oh, somebody bailed out of the second lane.
Yep.
Just when you think that it's going to start forming up and start working again, people start bailing out.
Yep. They like to stick to what they think is going to work better. '17's back outside.
44 trying to push him back to the front once more. Now that outside line's working.
Yep.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Let's see if that outside line can work enough to get that 17 back up front once more.
Yeah. Let's hope. And it looks like he's in the lead for now.
Can he clear him, though?
That is a very good question.
See if he can clear the 4 and get back down to the bottom again.
Then he can lead properly.
I think the 17 and the 4 actually are working together, though, because if you notice, they keep leapfrogging each other, but nobody else gets a chance to get in front.
Yeah. It's possible.
I don't think the person that's in second place, whoever's in second place, they're not swinging out wide to try to get around the 4th place. They're doing it to slow down the outside lane. They don't care.
Make sure that they don't pass.
Yeah.
And he goes into the inner lane.
He comes back out, and there goes the 8, or what is it, the 4? There goes the 4 again, back to the outside once again. Looks like the 44 is going to take them 3 wide. Looks like we have some problems.
Yep, looks like the 4 tried to nudge the 44.
Let's go back and take a look at that real quick.
Because I did see the number 4 go up to the 44.
Oh, it was even further back than that.
Yep.
It looks like the
You
Ford
might-
just got a little loose. Let's see what it looked like. See what it looked like from his point of view here. He gets a little too low and clips the 17 and then just goes around.
How many people were taken out, I wonder?
Let's see. There's probably 3 or 4 people that got taken out there. So they're coming back around to try to get back to the pace car. It's a yellow flag once again, but they're coming around the track because the pace car's probably coming out of 2 right now.
Pretty much way ahead of everyone else.
Honestly, it's mainly just your rear bumper, not your sides.
Pacing 3.
Yeah, check up at 3 and 4, y'all.
17, did you get involved in that one?
No, no one touched me on that one.
All right, good. I don't know how I got that loose in the corner, and I was worried I took you out with me, so.
We were 3 wide, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. Someone went on the outside, and I was in the middle, and I don't know if I
Yeah.
got hit or what happened, but I just got loose, and I couldn't save it.
I apologize, but I gave him plenty of
Yeah, I
room.
thought I had enough momentum to get around y'all on the outside. That's why I went outside. You 2 kept changing position over and over again, and I was like, what can I do to have something different happen? So sorry about that if I messed anybody up.
Well, they sound like good buddies.
I think you're okay
They
from
do.
where I was at.
Yeah, it's just looked like it was just one of those things, man. I don't think it was anyone's fault.
His car seemed a little squirrely anyway.
His car did seem pretty squirrely, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, when we come back to green, it'll be 5 to go, I believe. And I'm starting in second place on the first row outside lane, along with Sean Flynn, the 17 car. And then behind us is Devin Fontaine and Kevin Risden. And Ronnie Martin Jr. will round out our top 5. Then Travis Hoare and Sam Alley in the row behind them. And Ryan Richard in that row. And then the number 22 of Wesley Blanton and the number 9 of Brandon Parnatat will round out our top 10.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. 5 laps to go.
Yep, it should be a pretty good shootout for the finish. pace car's light should go off.
Yep. Just
When he
about
crosses the
roughly.
line, yeah. When he crosses the line, his light should go off. Yep, there they go.
Yep. 1 to green.
Is it still showing on my Discord?
Yep, it is.
Okay, good. I switched windows for a second, so I didn't know.
Everyone is lining up for 2 lines. We got some pretty beat up looking cars in the back though.
Oh yeah, it's a junkyard towards the back, but there's been a couple of pretty sizable wrecks already, so
Yeah.
there goes the pace
Hey.
car.
'17's gonna lead everyone.
There they go. Green flag is out. The inside line looks to be pretty good right out of the gate, but it looks like, oh, they're 3 wide towards the back there. The second line is trying to do some work, trying to form up.
Some people are going back into the second line. Oh.
Oh, they're getting kind of wiggly up there.
Oh yeah, number 10's like, oh, I'm gonna take this spot.
That second line's not wanting to form up and stay straight with everybody.
Nope, that's gonna hinder everyone there.
The 3 wide.
Right in the middle.
He almost got into him back there, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Well, now it looks like there could be 3 lanes starting to form up here. There's 2 cars outside right now. Will anybody else join them? Oh, it's looking like there's getting a few takers. Oh, the 44 got loose a little bit there. Doored to 72, it looked like.
Took quite a few people in that third lane that's just getting a little bit squirrely on them too.
Three wide, about 4 cars deep back there. 3 cars deep.
Almost looks like dominoes if you ask me.
If one of them goes, they're all going to go.
Usually how it works.
Looks like that far outside lane is going to get a little bit more help. The middle lane got a little bit of help in the form of that. The 20 car went in the middle lane, but he jumped back up to the far top lane again. Three to go. 2 to go at the line.
17 is still leading pretty strong there.
That far outside line looks like it's doing a little bit of work. I think that far outside line's got the advantage if they can get maybe 1 or 2 more cars out there with them.
Oh, yeah. Then they'll most likely be golden after that.
This might wind up being a photo finish. They're all pretty neck and neck. That inside line looks like it's a little bit further ahead at the line. But in the corners, they're all neck and neck.
Oh, yeah.
One to go. This is the final lap, I believe.
This has been an interesting race.
It's looking like the bottom lane is going to have it here. They're a little bit further ahead right now. But that middle lane is getting a little bit of momentum, and that outside lane got a little bit of a push. It looks like they're coming across the line. I can't tell who it's going to be. They're all pretty neck and neck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that finish.
Oh,
We're going to have to go back and take a look at that. Let's see here. We need to
It looks like it's the middle.
let's come around here and look. Let's we need to find that a little bit more. Let's see, we'll pause it right at the line. When the first car crosses the line, hits the line. Let's see what that looks like with this camera here.
It looks like it's a tie.
Oh, look at that. Between the 10 and the 24.
Oh, yeah.
And the 17 was not far behind it.
Yep. But I think the 10 and 24 were pretty much
I think so.
tie.
That was a close finish, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's very close. I think they're the same amount of distance.
Let's see who started celebrating, who was spinning out. That'll tell us who won.
Neil, that looked bad. You okay?
Oh.
It looks like the 24 was the winner.
Yep.
Can you hear me? Respond, please. Are you okay?
I guess his buddy tried joining.
Fucking hell, man. I hope you're okay.
My crew chief is on. Forgot to turn him off before I started recording, so my crew chief is asking if I'm okay. I can't turn him off. There he goes.
Well, he's going all over the place, including into the pit.
Anyway, here are your standings. Davey Davis in the 24 was first. Ronnie Martin Jr. in the 10, second. Sean Flynn In the 17 third, Brandon Pomatot fourth, and Kevin Rism will round out your top 5. On his outside was Devin Fontaine in the 3. And then in 7th and 8th, we have Gabriel Larson, the 13, and Travis Hoare, the 2. 9th and 10th were Sam Alley and David Riccardi. I ended up finishing, that'll round out your top 10, but I ended up finishing in 14th. Thank you for watching our broadcast. Sponsored by DV Radio. And we hope you guys join in the next time. Anything you want to say, Kayla?
I hope everyone has a good day and everyone keeps on racing. Have a nice, good, clean racing.
All right, we'll see y'all next